parked up at Jennings last night, and I parked next to them two, or in between them two trucks. There was an International on my left and an International on my right. And the one on my right, I don't know what was going on with the leg, but I fell asleep, and I woke up, and there was a mechanic with him, and they were doing some bits. I don't know what they were doing, but they were doing some bits and pieces. And I don't really know what the problem was, but I think it was brake related. So I woke up. He woke up, and then I fell back to sleep. And then I woke up again. And waking up, I could feel this gentleman next to me. He was just really angry, and he was just having issues. He was trying to pull away, and he was revving it. And the truck wouldn't move, the trailer wouldn't move, and he was just. I just woke up, and I opened the window up. I think he was on the phone, and I shouted across to him, "Do you need any help?" And I could just read. He was so angry. He was just so fed up. And eventually, he got off the phone. He did his window down, and I said, "What's up, man? Like, what can I do to help you? There must be something I can do because you're really angry." And he just started telling me some stories, and I just listened to what he had to say. And he kept telling me some stories. And then he turned the truck off. And when he did that, he turned his lights off as well. And I said, "You know, the brake lights are on, my friend." And I said, I was quite happy to get up and get dressed. We'll go and have a look. He goes, "Well, I'm not a mechanic. I'm a driver, and I don't care. I don't work on nothing. Even if it was my own truck, I don't work on anything." And I said, "That's fair enough. That's your choice." I said, "But I don't mind helping you out." I said, "I got a little bit of understanding." I said, "But the one thing I think you need to do," I said, "is I think you need to knock your Johnny bar off." And he goes, "What's a Johnny bar?" I said, your trolley bar, your trailer brake, the bar that sits on your steering column or on your dash." And I said, "Let me have a look." I said, "All right, the one on your steering column." I said, "Push it forward." And we pushed it forward. And I said, "All right, start it up now. See if you can move." And he did. He started it up and he moved forward because the Johnny bar was on just enough to put about, I don't know, maybe 5 pounds of pressure into the brakes to hold it in place so he couldn't move. So then we had another conversation because he was just really, he was just angry, man. So angry. So we had a conversation. We talked for about half an hour. And we just talked about things. We got him in a situation that I hope he felt better. And I hope he left there. Because I explained to him that it took my mum the other week to tell me I needed to calm down and I needed to look at myself and reflect on myself in the mirror, which I hate doing because I can't stand looking at myself, but I get what my mum said. So I did that and I reflected on myself and I told the gentleman that, you know, to do the same, and I explained some things to him, and we sort of saw eye to eye, and we had the same communication. We had the same feelings, we had the same understandings, we had the same problems, because that's how you meet people. You meet people because you're feeling the same way. You're feeling that aggression, that despair, that loneliness, that sign of giving up, and we talked about it, we got through it, and I hope when he left that he felt better in himself, because a lot of what he was regurgitating to me is exactly how I feel, and a lot of other people feel out here on the road and in life. So it was nice because you get to reflect to somebody who sees it the same way that you do as well. And I meet a lot of people like that, you know. I listen to them and I go, wow, that's exactly how I feel. I'm totally and utterly with you. I'm so with you. I feel everything you're saying, I feel. But you've got to center yourself. And I tell that to anybody. I've learned over the years that I have to close my eyes and ears to everything, and I have to center myself. And I have to use my third eye, like my center eye, my third eye. That's what I call it. understand it, you know, and it's like you just got to be in touch with yourself, and then those guide you, and they will guide you, and they'll show you. When I had my electrical problem the other day, I kept asking for something to be shown. I need you to show me what it is, because I know what it is, but I can't pinpoint where it's at. So the other day I kept asking, can it just be shown to me? And I'm not a godly person. I really need to make people understand. I'm not a godly person, as in I don't do churches, I don't do Bibles, and I don't. But I am very spiritual in respects of, in belief, in a different manner. So I'm just regurgitating here, all right? I'm ranting. I'm just speaking to myself. But I needed to be shown what my problem was, and it got shown to me. When my lights were flickering, when my interior light was flickering, when my dash was playing me up, when I saw these little signs were showing me things, and somebody previous a few weeks back had explained to me that I had a ground somewhere, and then I wasn't sure about it, and it wasn't making sense to me, and it wouldn't compute in my head. And when it did compute, when I saw all these other signs, it was enough for me to say, I need to get out and I need to find my problem, and I believe I know where my problem is. And that's what I explained to that gentleman last night. Sometimes we have to look inside ourselves to realise where our problems are. You're not going to find them all the time. You're not going to find them all the time. You allow others to spew hatred and lies and deceit to you. You've got to walk away from all that, and you've got to sit down, and you just got to let. That's why I always say in my videos, and I've said it, you've got to look around you. Like today, you've got to slow down. It's Sabbath. It's the day of the Lord, as they like to say, and this is God's country where I am right now. And I say, you've got to slow down, and you've got to look around you, and you've got to appreciate what you have. And at the same time, you've got to look for what it is that you think that you need. And you'll find what it is that you think you need. You'll see them little signs. It's not hard to do. When we're down and out, and we think we're struggling, I swear to you, if you just look around you and appreciate what you see, and breathe and take in just a big lungful of the earth. No, Google, I'm not talking to you. Go on, Google, stop. Freaking Google. Google's listening. Google listens to me all the time. Google likes to show me stuff because Google is my worst enemy. Me and Google are not friends. Google needs to leave me alone. So basically, I'm just spewing, man, just regurgitating like a parrot. But I do this for myself. It ain't for nobody else but myself. I have to hear it, because then I understand. So when people explain things to me, I have to go back and regurgitate so I can understand, so I can fix my mistakes that I make, and appreciate where I went wrong, so that I can move forward. And at the moment I see a lot of stuff happening in the world, all around the world, and they won't accept responsibility for their own actions. And there is a perfect example of somebody up there at the moment who has a huge following, and she's a young lady, and she's in that New York district, and she's got 3 letters of the alphabet. She needs to calm down, because she's causing more trouble than needed. And that's a person right there that needs to find herself, because she's having a terrible time at the moment. And she's actually a really smart cookie, and I've said it before. I get where she's coming from, but she's so freaking lost, man, it's insane. allowing that whole, she's allowing that greed, that evil, that hatred to take over, and it's destroying her from within. And she has to walk away from it, and she won't. She will not walk away from it, man, because she's glorifying in it, and it's such a shame. She's a very intelligent person. I'll never knock her for that, but she's as dumb as a box of hammers when it comes down to allowing all that hatred just to eat away at her. And she's making it worse, and she's getting worse as time goes on. There's so many stories out there, man, I'm telling you. There's so many stories out there of people that are just, I read comments and people just, they inhale this stuff like it's, and they believe it, and it's upsetting that they believe it, but you can't change their minds. You have to just, you got to walk away from them. And that's what gets to me, and it eats away at me, because I see that they're not seeing the truth. They refuse to see the truth. They won't accept the truth. They've been pandered to by Mockingbird. Operation Mockingbird has pandered to them so much, and has given them so many false narratives that they believe it. And you can't change their minds. Oh well. Just my rantings, man. It's just my rantings. I think I'm up to 152 subscribers. I thought I was at 153 last night, but now I'm at 152. So I don't know if I gained or lost one. Maybe I read it wrong. But I appreciate having, like I said before, I don't know how I've got 152. I don't have that many people on my channel that I know of that actually watch my videos. Most of them, I think, just sort of walked away, and they don't even get notifications. So, like I said before, in my own self, I truthfully wish that they weren't on my channel. I wish that they would sort of unsubscribe, so I only had that few that were there that sort of wished to watch the videos, because it's such a false narrative. It's like, wow, I got 100, which don't really. The majority of them don't even watch your videos. They're not even here for it. And like I said before, I would watch my video. Well, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. They're crap. It's just me going down the road, spewing something, showing you a view that most people do on a daily basis anyway. Yes, I know, Chuck. I hear you. That's one network over there. No, Ocean Network Express, my bad. Ocean Network Express. That's who that is. It's a little foggy around here as well, especially in the summer, in them early morning hours.